Hello everybody, how are you doing? And welcome to IB Tutors. Chase here, and today I'm going to be going over pronouns. I'm going to be going over direct object pronouns, indirect object pronouns, and the pronouns e and on. And now let's get into the video. Warning, this presentation may be a little different from my previous ones, but due to technical difficulties, this is the way that I will have to present content to you until the situation is fixed. Direct object pronouns. Direct object pronouns are used for a person or thing receiving the action of the verb. Down below are the direct object pronouns. I'm going to do the animations right now. M, or M apostrophe, would be me. T, or T apostrophe, would be you. L, la, or L apostrophe would be him, her, or it. Nous would be us. Vous would be you, but more formal and plural in a lot of cases. And les, which would be them. And the only way that you would need to do the apostrophe with a single letter would be if there was a word that followed that started with a vowel. Now, I have examples here, like, tu achètes les décorations? Did you buy the decorations? Oui, je les achète. Yes, I did buy them. And I used les, which is underlined, as the direct object pronoun. For example, 2, est-ce que vous allez regarder le feu d'artifice? Are you going to watch the fireworks? Je vais le regarder. And I used the direct object pronoun le in place of the fireworks. So the new sentence would be, I will watch them, or I am going to watch them. And now for example 3, je t'invite chez moi. I am inviting you to my house. And I use T apostrophe, which would be T if invite was not starting with the vowel. And then, tu m'invites chez toi? Merci beaucoup. Which would be, you're inviting me to your house? Thank you. And M apostrophe would be the direct object pronoun, and that's pretty much the same for the apostrophe thing with T as well. Now, indirect object pronouns. Indirect objects are people that benefit from the action of a verb, and an indirect object pronoun is used to represent indirect objects. Down below is the list of all the indirect object pronouns. Me, which would be to me. Te, which would be to you. Lui would be to him / her. Nous would be to us. Vous would be to you, but more formal or plural. And leur would be to them. And you will see that most of these are very similar as from the direct object pronouns, but they're benefiting from the action. And then I actually used a color code as the example here and there's both a direct and an indirect object. In the sentence, j'ai envoyé cette carte à mon ami. Cette carte, which is in red, would be the direct object, and the way you would change that would be je l'envoie à mon ami. And then the indirect object would be à mon ami, and I would change that to je lui envoie cette carte. And I have the color code lui as the indirect object that would go in place of à mon ami. And a little fun fact, you can use a direct object pronoun and an indirect object pronoun in the same sentence. And to demonstrate this, I will use the same sentence as in the last slide and the same color code. Now I'm going to go back so you can see it. J'envoie cette carte à mon ami. And as I go back, I would change it to je la lui envoie. And I changed it to la for direct object because the card is actually a feminine object. So you gotta watch out for that. And then lui would just be the same, whether it's male or female. Now going into pronouns y and en, or e and on. The pronoun e is used to avoid repetition of places and locations, and can be used in place of prepositions such as a, dans, chez, ce, or en, but not the same as the pronoun. And the pronoun on is used to replace a form of the de plus noun, like beaucoup de livres, many books. De livres would be the amount, or the de plus noun formation, and it can be used with expressions of quantity or numbers, like beaucoup. You would also use un, the number, or the quantity, or the expression of quantity with it when you use it in a sentence. And then I have these pictures as examples. And you don't have to read them all, but I'm just going to go over the general form. J'y habite would be I live there. And it could actually, and a sentence that would be an original sentence would be J'habite à la campagne. I live in the country. And instead of saying à la campagne, you can just put j'y habite. And that would actually apply for all the other y verbs. And then for en, the original sentence is Elle a trop de livres. And de livres would be the form of the de plus noun form. And the sentence will be changed to Elle en a trop, where de livres would be changed to en. And this is the order of which they would appear in. Me, te, nous, and vous would go first. Le, la, or l'apostrophe, or les would go second. Lui and leur would be third. E would be fourth, and on would be last. So you got to keep this in mind, and you can only use two things. Like it could be a direct object, an indirect, or direct or E, or any combination like that. Like je, but I can't really give that good of an example right now, but you would just use this order. Remember that this me, te, nous, and vous would go before anything else. Le, la, or les would go before lui or leur, e or on. Lui and leur would go before e or on. E would go before on. And that was the purpose of this page. And now, the end. I hope that this has helped you out a lot, and I hope to see you in the next video. Please comment what you want, and I will do it for you.